Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to tell you about the goals that I've set for myself for 2019. So I want to start with my word for the year. The word I chose for myself last year was routine. I chose that word because my life was a bit chaotic last year, and I wanted to get some routines in place to help lessen that chaos. So some of the routines that I did get in place last year was a solid bedtime routine with the kids. That helped tremendously, and if you would like to see a video over how we do our bedtime routine, I would love to do that. I also got a meal planning routine down. Along with that, I got a grocery shopping routine down, which cut our budget way down, like by $400 or $500 a month. Just by having a routine and how I do that every month. I also have gotten into routine of loading the dishwasher and cleaning up the kitchen every night before I go to bed. Waking up to a clean kitchen every morning has cut way down on my morning chaos. And in that same tone, I also have gotten a good morning routine set with the kids and how to get them ready for school and to get myself ready for the day. So throughout last year, I worked really hard on getting those routines in place and just keeping that at the forefront of my mind. And that has really helped to simplify my life. So this year, my word is going to be confident. My reason for choosing the word confident is I'm taking on a lot of new things this year. Our life has changed a lot in the past year. And part of that is me taking on more doula clients. I wasn't taking on as many clients because of where our life was before, and now I am. As I've been taking on more doula clients, I've realized I compare myself a lot. And it's gonna get a little personal, but I feel like a lot of other people might feel the same way, and so I feel like it's important to share it. Sometimes I compare myself with other people. So especially when it comes to being a mom and being a doula in particular in my life, I look at other moms and think, oh, maybe I should be doing that with my kids. If I was doing that with my kids, then I would be a good mom. Or if I need to be doing that with my kids, or I'm gonna fail as a mom. And then looking at that with my doula clients, like, oh, this doula does it like this, so I should be doing it like that. I need to make sure I'm doing it like this, and I didn't do it for my clients before, and I should have done that, and maybe they weren't getting the doula that they should have gotten because I wasn't doing that, and that's not true. And I know that, but I'm having a hard time getting rid of those thoughts. So my word being confident for the year is I want to realize that I'm confident in who I am and who I was created to be. I wasn't made to be this other mom. I wasn't made to be this other person. I was made to be me for a reason. I have my personality. I don't have their personality. It's not that I can't learn from the things that they're doing, because I absolutely can, but I'm not them. And through this coming year, I want to use the word confident to realize that that I am me for a reason. That my kids were given to me for a reason. They weren't given to somebody else. They were given to me. That my clients chose me for a reason. They didn't choose somebody else. So whatever I'm bringing, whatever personality that I'm bringing, that's what they need and that's what they want. So at the same time that I'm learning that I can do these other things, I'm also realizing that it's okay to be who I am and not compare myself to others and expect myself to be who they are. So I am actually going to be doing Allie Edwards' One Little Word project for the first time this year, and I'm really excited to do that. I'm not going to do the actual crafting book this year, just because I've never taken on a project like that, and so I wanted to start with something slow. So I'm gonna do the journal. I'll still do the prompts, but I'll be doing a lot more writing than I will crafting. And so for this year, one of my goals is to just complete that one little word journal and to keep that word at the forefront of my mind throughout the year. And then for 2020, as long as I complete the one little word journal for this year, in 2020, I would like to maybe take on the actual album. So that's my word for this year in a long-winded fashion. So I will start. If you see me looking down at all, I do have my goals in front of me, my notes. So that's what I'm looking at. I have my goals split up into categories. So the first category is my business and career goals. So my first goal for my business and career goals is to make sure that I'm posting videos on my YouTube channel once a week. So my goal is to post every Tuesday. So you guys hopefully will be seeing videos from me every Tuesday. I just did a video on our No Spin January that we're doing, and I'm going to do a check-in in the middle of the month, and I'm also going to do a video at the end of the month. I also have some meal planning videos coming and some routine videos coming. I have a lot of different videos that I have in my mind to do. So hopefully I will get those out to you guys every Tuesday. I really do enjoy doing this. And I just need to make it a priority to get the content out. My next goals have to do with my doula work. My first goal I have actually already completed is completing my birth plan. I couldn't find a birth plan that fit what I wanted for my clients and what I felt like fit their needs. And so I just decided to compile my own birth plan, and I did finally complete that, and I'm really happy with that. I would also like to get my childbirth educator certification by the end of the year, so that I will write my own curriculum on teaching childbirth classes and be able to teach those. There's 8 assignments in that, and then the curriculum that you have to write at the end. So if I do 1 assignment per month, then I will have those done by August, and then I have about 4 months or so, 3 or 4 months to write that curriculum by the end of the year. So that's my goal, to finish that. This one I've also completed already, is to set up a system for my clients. So I downloaded an app on my phone that I can just input their information and take notes and everything in there, so I can go straight to my phone and have their information in front of me. My next goal is to figure out a solid backup plan for my doula clients. Right now, I'm trying to find backups dependent on the client and the dates that they're due, and figuring out who can back me up when. I would like to find someone that I could work with on a regular basis and have a backup plan with them and work together. I am also I'm working on completing my associate's degree. I would like to complete my associate's degree by the end of December 2020. I'm halfway through it. I have taken classes here and there in between kids, and then took breaks, and it's just something that is really important to me that I want to accomplish. And so over 2019, I would like to take 18 credit hours, at least 18 credit hours. So that is 2 classes per month. I feel like that's really doable. So if I do that, then I should be able to complete my degree sometime by the end of 2020. The next category I have for my goals is health. So one of the routines that I did make in 2018 is working out. I finally figured out what kind of workout schedule works for me. So I go to the gym twice a week, and I do, one day I do upper body strength training, and the other day I do legs strength training. And then I run at least 1 day a week at home on the treadmill. That seems to work really well for me. I also would like to incorporate 1 day of yoga per week. We'll see how that goes, but my goal really is just to stick with that workout routine of 3 days a week at my minimum. My next health goal is to make sure I'm drinking 80 ounces of water a day. I just feel better when I'm drinking water, when I'm drinking enough water. Someday I'll go like a week with doing really good where I drink enough water every day, and then the next week I drink a whole bunch of coffee and I just forget to drink water all day long. And so I just want to get consistent with that and make sure I'm getting my 80 ounces of water every day. The next goal has to do with sleep. In order for my day to run well, I need to make sure I'm getting up at 6 in the morning. Right now, I've been getting up around 6:45, which is maybe 15 minutes before I have to get the kids up. And then we're rushing around, and I would like to have that time before the kids wake up, because then I can have their breakfast ready and everything's ready to go by the time I wake them up and I've had my quiet time. So I want to make sure I'm getting up by 6. In order to get 7 hours of sleep per night, I need to make sure I'm asleep by 11. So I like to read before bed. So I would like to be in bed by 10 and asleep by 11. So I get 7 hours of sleep per night. That's my goal. I also would like to take one walk per week, either by myself or with a friend. Ideally, I'd like to go and take a walk with a friend, but if nobody is available, then I would like to just go out and take a walk by myself. And that goal probably won't start until daylight savings time starts, just because it gets dark really early and it's still kind of cold. But once daylight savings time starts, then I'll have more daylight, and I would like to, and then that goal will be easier to complete. My next category is my schedule and household stuff. Like I said before, I have a routine already with cleaning the kitchen every night and loading the dishwasher. I just want to make sure I'm continuing on with that every night. I'm also trying to follow a block schedule for myself. I'm following it okay. I would like to perfect that more into what works for me and get that block schedule to where I think it fits my life best. So by the end of the year. Another big goal for me is I would like to stay off of social media as far as Facebook and Instagram for an entire year. That is an entire other video that I would like to make explaining why I wanted to do that. I was off of Facebook and Instagram for about 6 months a couple years ago, and it was the most productive 6 months I have had since then. So, I don't want to give up Facebook and Instagram forever, but I would like to stay off of them for this year. So that is another goal of mine. And I am going to put a video out explaining the benefits of it and why I'm choosing to do that. Another goal of mine is to get all of my files downstairs out of the filing cabinets and scanned into Dropbox, so that we don't have so much storage in our house. It is a very big on-taking, and so I'm taking that in chunks each month in which files that I'm doing that month and then getting rid of. So that is something I would like to have done by the end of the year. The next category is my family goals. I would like to start doing our bedtime routine with my 2-year-old every night. We do it with my 7 and 5-year-old, and we just kind of have been putting the 2-year-old to bed and not really doing like the specific snuggle time and book time with him every night that we do with the other two. And so we have started incorporating that with him, and I have seen that it's made a bigger difference in how he goes to bed at night. So I want to make sure that we're incorporating that with him every night. I also want to make sure that we are staying on a tuck-in time schedule every night. I learned about tuck-in time from Jordan Page on Fun, Cheap, or Free, and it's been life-changing for our kids. They know that every other day, right now our 2-year-old's not in the schedule because he's just he's little and has to go to bed earlier, and it doesn't work out as well. But right now for our 5 and 7-year-old, they switch off every other day is their tuck-in day. And so for that day, they get 15 minutes after the other boys go to bed, and to do whatever they want with mom and dad. And that's their time. The only rule is that there's no screens involved. So we normally end up playing some kind of board game with them, but it makes a big difference with them, and they really look forward to that time. So just making sure that we stick to that tuck-in schedule is one of my goals. I also want to make sure that my husband and I are getting one date night per month. When we have 3 kids that are in activities and school and have everything going on, we can end up going months without a date night and just not even realize it. So I just want to make sure that we are getting that date night in every single month. And then also that we are spending time together 3 nights per week at least. We're usually pretty good at that, but that's about my minimum, is making sure after the kids go to bed, at least 3 nights a week, we're sitting down together and spending time together. I also want to make sure that at least one of our kids is getting their parent-child date night every month. So we switch it up which parent and which kid goes each month, which we used to do, and then we got off of schedule doing that. That also made a really big difference in our kids, and I want to make sure this year that we're doing that once per month. I also want to make sure that at least 3 nights per week we're sitting down and having dinner as a family, again with activities and running here and there. Sometimes that gets away from us and we end up eating at different times. But at least 3 nights per week, I want to make sure that we're sitting down and having dinner as a family. Another goal is to potty train Eli this year, my 2-year-old. He will be 3 in November. And I probably will start potty training him in the spring when it gets warmer out. It's a little easier to potty train when it's warm outside versus having accidents and stuff in the cold, and then he's in layers and it's just a mess. So about the spring or summer, I'll start potty training him, and so my goal is by the end of the year to have him potty trained. And then my next category is financial. We have goals of, we want to do a no spend January, which we're in the middle of doing right now, and it's been going really well. I also want to do a no spend September this year. So I will do more videos on that when that comes too. Our reasons for doing this is we're wanting to just stock more money away to our savings. And part of doing that is doing those no spend months. Another part of doing that, which is another goal, is just making sure we stick to our budget and not going over in budget categories. The last category is personal. So my first personal goal is I want to, I just finished the first Outlander book. If you don't know what the Outlander series is, they are so good. It's about a girl named Claire that is, she lives in the 1940s, and she ends up finding like a time warp and going back into the 1700s. And when she's there, so she's married in the 1940s, and when she goes back, she ends up falling in love in the 1700s. And I won't tell you much else that happens beyond that, but it just goes along her story, and it is just, it's so good. And so I just finished the first book of that, and I would like to, the books are about 650 to 750 pages per book, so they're long books. So I would like to get through the 3rd book by the end of the year, which is about 125 pages per month, which I feel like is really doable. So if I can do more than that, that's great, but that's my goal on my personal reading. I would also like to get through 1 nonfiction book per month. So whether that's on Audible or whether that's reading it, reading the text, either way, I would like to get through 1 nonfiction book per month. As I had said before, another one of my goals is completing my 1 Little Word project, which I might do a video in like June, doing like a halfway through how it's going, or I may just do one in December saying how it went at the end. I'm not sure. Let me know down below if you want to see a halfway through video in June, or if I should just do the complete video of my complete journal in December. So let me know down below what you would prefer on that. Allie Edwards also does a project called December Daily, which is an album that you do a page per day in December and just document what your holiday looks like with your family and with your life. And that looks really amazing, and I would love to take that on this year. So that's another one of my personal goals, is in December to do the December Daily project. My last goal in the health category is that I want to finish my Balance 365 program. It's a program about just finding balance in your life overall, in your nutrition, in your health, about not worrying so much about what you look like and not worrying about dieting, but just finding what works for you in your life and finding the best, healthiest, your best, healthiest self. I would like to do a whole video when I complete that program about how it has affected my life and what it is. And so eventually I will do a video outlining that. That is my last health goal, is completing that program. So those are my goals for 2019. I'm taking my goals month by month. So for January, I'm taking a bite-sized piece of different goals that I want to start in January out of those, and just to complete those. Like for instance, splitting up my reading into 12 months of reading and just putting a bite-sized piece on there. And for my childbirth educator certification, just putting one assignment in January. I'm not just saying I want to complete it by the end of the year. I'm saying I want to complete one assignment per month. And then like the potty training Eli and going on the walks, those won't even start till later on in the year. But just taking it month by month and going and looking over my goals and saying, how can I complete that and get closer to my goal by the end of the year this month? And then completing those this month. So that's how I'm doing my goals. Let me know what your guys' goals are for 2019. Or if you've set goals, or if you set resolutions or intentions, or if you don't set goals. Let me know why. What do you have planned for your 2019? It was good to talk to you guys. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell down below so you know when I post videos, and you can see all of my videos that come every Tuesday. If you could give me a thumbs up and like the video and let me know that you like these videos, then I will know to film more videos like this around my goals and how I schedule out my months. I can maybe do a video every month telling you where I'm at on those and what my bite-sized pieces look for the month. But give me a thumbs up and let me know if you like these kind of videos. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.